Now, when we're talking about amazing initiatives in the community addressing a real need, we're going to talk about Decoded, and I hope that you all already know about this. But if not, we've got Jazz and Asra who are jumping on any minute. Hello, good morning, good afternoon. I don't know, whatever time it is. It's quite late actually where you guys are too, actually, isn't it? It's evening. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for Decoded. Thank you for making sense of diabetes research. Jazz, I think I'm going to start with you. Can you tell us what this is, please?
Thank you, Renza. And of course, lovely to be here. Amazing to see all the work that's happening. So I think when we talk about access, we talk a lot about insulin and education, which is absolutely fundamental. But within that spectrum, I think also comes the need of access to understand diabetes research. And I think for a lot of people living with diabetes, like myself, like both of you on the screen, I think this sort of idea sparked when the Vertex trial came out, and there was a lot of clickbait all over. There was a lot of questions, there was a lot of curiosity, but there was also a lot of misunderstanding. So the community kept reaching out to us, especially in India, saying that we love the research, we love what's happening, but we just don't understand it. And I think Decoded was born in that effort of trying to make sense of diabetes research for people living with the condition and people who are not from medical backgrounds. And I think what the beauty of Decoded, what we've tried to do, and Renza is also a part of the lived experience panel at Decoded, the idea is to have a collaboration. And the people that are decoding these articles are people with lived experience. And then it goes to academics and actual researchers for that final fact check, because we don't want any sort of scientific integrity getting compromised. And the result is these sort of decoded articles that look not like research papers, because that can be very boring for us, but you can make sense of your condition. You can use that to advocate for your condition and spread the word further on.
You know what I love about it? A couple of things. One, it doesn't dumb down research, though, to a diabetes has been cured in mice, 5 years' time, wait for your cure.
Exactly.
I love that all the information is there in a really accessible way. And then if you want to do a deep dive, people are sort of guided to do that as well. This is just so amazing. And Azra, have you got some slides? I think that, are we going to show some slides that you're going to talk to? Wonderful.
That's our colors. It's called Diabetes Research Made Accessible. And accessible to who? For those of us who are living with one. And it is just a little question that Jazz gets these brain waves, and she came up with this thing. Let's make all of these easier to understand. And she found the nerd in the group, which turned out to be me. And then we had a whole team coming in and working with us to actually decode, to understand the methodology, but not make it boring. Making it easier to bridge the gap of the unfamiliar and the doctor figure, the scientist in the white coat, the lab coat. We wanted to make them more understandable and bringing all that science accessible, friendly, easy to manage, and easy to understand. So there was 3 goals. It was to describe the research that is coming up or that has been already done, to debunk the myths, because there are unfortunately still quite a few that are lurking in the background, and to decide what is suitable for me. As an example, that is the concept study, which is fantastic. It changed the lives for so many pregnant ladies and the use of CGM. But to understand and to go through this was not something I wanted to do on a daily basis for every little thing I wanted to find out. So we went and made it a lot more easier to look at. We have that little happy baby. We have the mom who wants to improve her time in range. We've got the visuals. We've got the little words. And you can always click actually on the website and it'll take you to the meaning of these vocabulary that is hard to understand. And the basic nuggets from that research is all in here. And it's these little tiny little snapshots that tell you the essence of that research. Once it's there, the T1D who's living with the condition can go to their doctor and say, I've heard about this, I've read about this, this is the supporting evidence. Can you help me access? They can advocate for themselves. We ask people in a whole feedback that what did you think Decoded has done? And do you think we've achieved these goals? And we got a beautiful feedback. It says, how do you think the platform like Decoded helps diabetes management directly or indirectly? How did it help you? And people said, empowered us, made us bolder, made us less afraid to ask questions. Directly, it gave me the language that I can ask the right things when I go to my doctor's appointment. Directly, it also helps with explaining the condition to other people and to raise awareness and to be less of a mystifying thing that diabetes is something that just happens. No, there are very simple scientific explanations. We asked, is Decoded meeting your expectations? And 87.5%, yes, it is. And this 12.5 actually said there's not enough on the website. I want more. And that is what we are striving for right now. Decoded was launched November. So we've had 3 months, 4 months, and now we are striving to put in more and more articles as we go along. It was imperative to keep the integrity of the science of the research, so we didn't want to rush it. And believe me, in the next 2-3 months, you're going to see a lot more coming up there. The highlight of the session about when we asked the people, and a lot of dedoc voices were there in that session, and they said, it helped me with the language to explain my own condition better. It gave me information to what is out there that I can advocate for in my country, even if it's not available today. I can ask, please, is it possible to access that? Help beat misinformation. The debunking is so, so important. Type 1, type 2 are 2 different conditions, like somebody else had earlier said. We are there to help you understand. This is what the website has currently. It has 5 articles. And by the end of the month, you should see quite a few more coming in. And every month, the goal is to put 2 more. And of course, as I have said in our last dedoc get together, we are always looking for volunteers to come and say, I want to do an article, and we will give you the credit. It is all yours. Your name, your everything will be available on the website. It is a free website. So obviously volunteers are always welcome. And that is the website, www.decodeddiabetes.com. And Diabetes is the vehicle that has supported us. And Jazz's little baby comes, she gets these ideas. I honestly don't know when she gets them, but it's usually in the middle of the night, I'm pretty sure. And we are open to any questions you might have.
Look, that's such the right way to talk about Jazz, who's now on screen. So, I feel like we're talking about her like in plain sight, but it's true, these ideas, and then they just kind of explode. But the amazing thing about them is that they then become reality. And, it's wonderful. This is such an important initiative. I love this. So there's Bastian saying, great to see you, such an important and wonderful initiative. And this comment from Dawn, it's so important to have validated information available for everyone to read in an understandable format. We should not be hiding away research that is relevant to us from us. It's one of the reasons, I guess, that, the dedoc Voice of Scholarship program exists, is so that we can get people with diabetes into conferences so that they can hear the research and take it back to their community. But to have this in such an accessible way, that in such a shareable way, that also looks really beautiful, makes you want to read it, is so important. What's the response been from the community, Jazz?
It's been fabulous, and I've been actually really surprised about it. And I think one sort of thing that really made it click was when somebody on Twitter tagged you and me, Renza. There was a new research JDRF come out, and the tag was, hey, this is awesome, can you decode this? And I was like, it works. It totally works. Exactly. So if that is happening, that means we're doing something right.
Absolutely.
Just to let you know, that particular research is done and it's coming up.
Yes.
It is published
And I
pretty
think,
soon.
the other thing that is beautiful is that the clinicians and the academics are not shutting this away. And I think that
Yes,
is fabulous because for them, it opens up a whole new target audience. So it's
right.
actually been a true piece of collaboration. So I'm very, very pleased with it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. I cannot tell you how many presentations I've done to researchers saying, please, please, please make sure that you include people with diabetes when you're talking about all of it from the very beginning of your research, but also then when you're talking about dissemination of the information once it's ready to go, to make sure that people understand it, because it gets people involved in research. It makes people want to put up their hands to be part of it. So thank you so, so much. Everybody, please do go and have a look at Decoded Diabetes to learn more about it. Share it with your networks. Take it to your healthcare professionals and show them as well, so they can see what it's about, and then they can share it with other people with diabetes that they see. That's what this community does so well, is, gets the word out. But well done to you all for doing this. It's absolutely amazing. Thanks so much for coming on today and talking about it.
Thank you so much. A pleasure. Thank you so much.
Wonderful.
Thank
See you all soon. Honestly, just an amazing, amazing initiative. Please do go check it out if you haven't, and do share it. I do know that every time a new article does come out, I see it all over social media, which is so wonderful. Again, this diabetes community lifting each other up and supporting each other, by people with diabetes, for people with diabetes. That's how we do it here.